Today's October 19th.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful in Austin, Texas.
I know. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Kathy here again today, and I'm at a really cool little neighborhood spot with Bethany. We're at Bobo's Snack Bar on Airport Boulevard. So hey Bethany.
Hey there, Kathy. How are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you today?
I am fabulous.
That's wonderful. The weather's finally perfect.
I know. It's not going to last long, but you know, it's great.
Don't tell me that.
It's good. It's awesome.
That's awesome. So you have been in Austin for a long time.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your background of what brought you here and your history.
Got it. I moved here in 1988 with my cat Bobo and my then boyfriend, now husband, Carl. And we came here. Carl had already graduated from college, but I was still in the middle of college, and I was kind of taking my time.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I figured I needed to go to UT because at Austin had a coffee house, Captain Quackenbush's Intergalactic Dessert Company and Espresso Cafe.
Yes.
And so we were moving from El Paso, and got a little place in West Campus, which didn't know where to live. Anyway, that was 88, and I was pursuing a degree in psychology, and then had financial difficulties and had to drop out, and then went back to UT in 91 taking a degree in fine art.
Very cool.
And I ended up doing ceramics primarily, did a lot of design work in general, but and I still to this day have 3 kilns and a slab roller and extruder, and I taught ceramics in the late 90s, turn of the century, 2000s.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and but my boyfriend, Carl, and I bought a house before we got married in 1995.
Scandalous.
I know. On East 38th and a half, just literally 400 steps around the corner.
Yeah.
And we bought that house in 95, got married next year, and it was our honeymoon, where we were honeymooning in Japan, and we were sitting in a Japanese izakaya, which is basically a tapas bar.
Mm-hmm.
But in 1996, I had never heard of tapas.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting in there, and I said, Austin needs a place like this, and we can call it Bobo Snack Bar, because Bobo was still alive.
Oh.
And earlier that year, I'd been in Amsterdam, and there was a place called Bobo Snack Bar in Amsterdam. And I take a picture of it, and I have it here on our menu.
Oh
There's
my gosh,
Bobo
yes.
and Bobo Snack Bar in Amsterdam. There you go.
Oh.
And so that's where that ended, right there, because it was 1996, and I had, we were getting married and blah, 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 and all this living life and teaching ceramics and working for different production potters and doing various art things. And then I'm just rolling and telling the whole story.
Yeah, I like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then in 2005, I took a job at the Austin Motel, which is the cool motel.
Cool, hip little place in South
Congress. The famous
Congress.
sign on South Congress.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that job because I love mid-century stuff, and I loved the motel. And I also loved that it was woman-owned by, at that juncture, she was in her mid-60s. She had inherited the motel from her parents, who bought it in 1961.
Isn't that insane?
So such cool history.
Yeah.
And so I took a job as a desk clerk, and then I also did graphics design for them. I did things like I created a dining guide to South Congress.
Wow.
For our patrons,
Yes.
and did things like that. And the restaurant that was adjacent to the motel was El Sol y la Luna,
Yes.
the Mexican restaurant.
It's
Absolutely
delicious.
wonderful and delicious. But they decided they wanted to leave after 13 years to have more wanted a bigger venue to have more live music.
Right.
And City of Austin was giving out small business loans for people moving on to now known as Dirty Sixth.
Yep.
And so they decided to move out. And what great restaurant could open again? And I was thinking that, maybe Mother's could open a new place like Westland Cafe there. Or I was thinking of all sorts of places. And then all of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Hello.
If I had a chance to rent a space on South Congress, even though, Bobo Snack Bar was just a pipe dream. But all of a sudden it came flooding back. Like, oh my God, we could do this. We could really do this. And Carl, with all my harebrained ideas, Carl thought this was actually a good one. And so...
It's a good man.
Yeah. He's an excellent man. He's a very good, fine man. So we did it. I was 42. We had no children. We had decided not to have children. Midlife crisis. In hindsight, maybe I should have bought the little red Corvette, but nah.
That's no fun.
No, instead we paid all of the upfront college money and all of the Corvette and everything we dumped into Snack Bar.
Wow.
And we didn't, our business name, legal name, has always been Bobo Snack Bar, but we DBA'd just as Snack Bar.
Right.
Because Dottie Dean, the woman who gave me this opportunity, my boss, I just knew that she wouldn't go for it. If it was going to be possessive, it was going to be Dottie's Snack Bar or the Austin Motel Snack Bar. Maybe she would have gone for Bethany's Snack Bar,
maybe. But not a cat.
Not a cat. So anyway, and plus, the whole snack bar idea kind of got lost to the wayside because we had to be open breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it so that we were, diner by day, lounge by night.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of took off that way. But regardless, we had struggles.
Yeah.
But ultimately, come 2014, things were really turning around. So we opened in 2009. 2014, we're finally like in the black.
Wow.
I'm still not getting paid yet, but that's all right. And then in 2015, we were able to like reinvest into the business.
Yeah.
And get like sunshades and those vinyl curtains for the patio and buy some, much needed equipment. And so, and then we found out the property was for sale. Yeah. So Dottie Dean had passed away in 2011. And so my liaison was no longer there. And her son inherited it, and he sold it for a lot of money.
Of course.
Yeah. To corporate America.
Right.
But yeah, whatever. It's all right. So we weren't going to be offered to renew our lease, and we decided that we would just call it quits. That way we could control our closing and be able to pay our staff severance and go out kind of with a bang.
Yeah.
So we had a big party. We actually closed on our 7-year anniversary.
Oh.
So it was all kind of, it was fine. It was good. It was an end of an era, and we thought we weren't going to do it again.
You were done.
Done. Going to go back to being an artist and do art things. I will say that at that juncture, we did refurbish our house because our house during that whole snack bar time kind of like took a beating.
Yeah.
From like literally hail and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, oof. So we fixed up our house, and then a for lease sign went up on this property. And I think I'll shut up if you want to ask me questions, because I'm just on a roll.
No, I really like this
story.
Call me
butter.
Call me butter. I love that. Yeah, and this was such a derelict kind of property. And I remember when the guy that owned the Pilates studio that I went to, he was looking for a property. And I was like, well, this one looks like something could be happening here. It's not, there's no cars here anymore. And I like drove around. I was like, well, something's happening. But my detective skills, I didn't go far enough.
Oh,
so
you just needed to peer in.
Yeah. So then it was y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that it really wasn't that longer after Snack Bar closed. It was actually we signed the lease Valentine's Day of 2018.
Wow.
However, we didn't open until April 28th of 2021. So it was over 3 years it took us to open this place. And so, needless to say, we had some setbacks.
Yeah.
The icing on the cake
Mm-hmm.
was just this global pandemic
Right.
that happened. But yeah, so the week I signed the lease, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Shut up.
I'm obviously alive. I'm fine. I'm a survivor.
Good gracious.
I was very fortunate. They
Yeah.
caught it very early.
Yeah.
I was very lucky. But that's how it started. And then because of all my art schooling and things, I decided that I would do my own architectural drawings for the city.
Oh, no.
Because we couldn't pay an architect to do that.
Of course.
No.
Yeah.
And that was actually pretty successful. However, I did kind of clink with the city over a couple of issues.
They're easy to clink over.
They
with.
are.
Yeah.
They are. And so that was kind of a little setback. And so we were delayed getting our permits because of that.
Ugh.
And then we hired a contractor. I was going to be the general contractor, and then I was working with this person who knew what she was doing, and so I thought I would work with that. And then something went horribly awry.
Oh, no.
And so we broke up.
Oh, my gosh.
And I had to eat some money as a result of that.
Gosh.
And so that was really difficult. And so then, but my husband and I said, okay, we're going to do this ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bethany, I'm the GC on this.
I got this. We're going to
do
do
it. We're going to do it. We're going to, my husband, who also works a full-time job, is can learn anything. I mean, back in the day when we first bought our house, when we had plumbing issues, he went to the library and got a book on plumbing.
No.
And now, YouTube is just so full of information.
It really is.
Yeah.
School of YouTube.
School of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did it. And then we had a couple of other small incidences, like a burglary. We rented we have a mobile mini in the back here.
Yeah.
That's our office.
Yeah.
But it was also our storage for all of our tools and stuff when we were working on this space.
Yeah.
And then that got broken into and all of our tools stolen. It was, and we were vandalized. And then we had another theft. We had rented some equipment to cut the asphalt in the parking lot for the patio. And we rented this big piece of equipment from Herc Rentals, and it was stolen.
You're kidding.
No, it was just
What is wrong with people?
gone. And so that we had to, it was a big kerfluffle.
It was.
So anyway.
But now you're here.
But now we're here. But we and then the pandemic hit, and then Carl was working from home, but working from here. We're doing all the fine end details.
Yeah.
And we opened April 28th, and it was glorious. And here we are, and we are doing it. We are the bar that serves snacks here.
Yes.
Cheers. Oops,
Cheers.
I'm caught in my cord.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, what a story.
Yeah. It's a long story, but it's all fine. Everything's awesome.
Yes.
We just need everybody to come here.
We need people to come.
Yes.
We need people to come.
We need people to come.
It's a gorgeous spot. There's inside and outside seating. You can meet with a little group here. You can walk over from Mueller, or you can scoot.
You can scoot.
Yeah.
You can ride bikes.
You can ride a bicycle.
Walk.
My husband scooted. We've driven. We've walked. There's a nice outside patio. I'll show everybody that.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me about what you guys serve, because the way you pick everything is very amazing.
Well, so having had a full restaurant that served breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Yeah.
we had 44 employees. Was the most we had. The least we had was 39. So we were always in that 39 to 44 range
That's a
of
lot.
employees.
Yeah.
And it was, we did everything from scratch. Except ketchup. I wouldn't let them make ketchup. We made everything from scratch, unless my chef didn't particularly want to make that item.
Yeah.
For instance, we were making our own veggie patties for veggie burgers,
Mm-hmm.
and that got to be a big pain in the neck. And I met Oliver Ponce, who has Good Seed Burgers.
Yes.
And I said, hey, can we carry your Good Seed burgers? And I will put your name on our menu. And so then in thinking about this for as long as I was able to think about this,
Absolutely.
like, what are we going to do here? We don't have a big enough space to have a full kitchen. Don't want to have all those employees. Don't want to do all that again. What can we do? It's like, well, we're going to have all Texas beer and wine and spirits because I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Yep.
It's like, let's make a few things from scratch, but then let's support local people, like people from the farmers market.
Yes.
At Mueller.
Yes.
And so literally I walked around the farmers market. This was when it was over to here. And I would just talk to people and be like, hey, like, do you sell wholesale? You know, I want to promote you. So this is tapping into my fine art background, is like, I want to be a gallery for local producers.
Oh, I love that. I love the way you put that.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, so it's like, it's not like they're giving me an extra deal to promote them. It's just what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, I want people to know that, hey, you can buy this at the farmer's market. These are yapa empanadas that you can get at the farmer's market, or you can get them here, you know, and go along with your Texas beer or your Texas wine or your Texas cocktail.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's been a couple of, and I should say that we try to get everything from within 100 miles of Austin.
Yeah.
Some things are a little tricky. Like we have a non-alcoholic beer made by Carbach, which is out of Houston. So, but it's awesome. It's called Free and Easy. And I guess I should also note that we do have an extensive mocktail, or as we say, knocktail list.
Love it. Because
we're all about accommodating all of the people. And so with our food, we have gluten-free items. We have lots of vegan.
Ton of vegan.
Vegetarian. All sorts of
meat.
And then one carryover from Snack Bar that is that the only meat products that we sell have to be ethically raised, humanely raised, or sustainably farmed. Like, we get wild Gulf shrimp that is from a local guy, obviously, named Ben McBride, who does Heritage Seafood. He supplies Loco de Oro. He supplies all sorts of places with their seafood.
Places. Yeah.
And we get our shrimp. And then we get some Shirt Tail Creek beef for our masa cakes.
Yeah.
And Sam is at the farmer's market at Mueller in downtown. And then the other meat we have comes from 3-6 General, which you can get at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Their smoked chicken salad. It's amazing. And then the other thing that has meat is the Bola pizza. So amazing. But she gets all of her stuff is so high quality. Jamie gets that from Nyman Ranch, which is not local, but they're humanely raised meats. So that's really important to me.
Yeah, I love that. And all your food's amazing. I've had a lot of it in the pizza. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the pizza. And so she's now just come out with a vegan pizza, and we're going to get them tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
She hasn't embarked on a gluten-free pizza yet.
She needs to. My husband's gluten-free.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I will say, being that gallery for local artists, that I think our what we've done the most for, as far as getting a name out there that maybe hadn't been heard before, is Credo Queso. So Credo Queso is a vegan queso.
It's good.
That tastes amazing. And you can buy it at Central Market. You can buy it at Wheatsville. Wheatsville's my favorite place. I've been a member of there since 1989.
Oh.
And so Credo they're amazing people, and they have an amazing product. And people who are not vegan or vegetarian at all will order it and be amazed.
Yeah. It tastes so good. Yeah. It's a good food. It's just good.
Yeah. And it's so much better for you. Like, it doesn't hit your gut like a big vat of melted cheese does.
I was like, well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. So what can we do as a community to support you? Obviously, we need to come, but...
Right. Well, I mean...
When are you open?
Okay, we are, I should say, I'll start with we're closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, that's important.
And that is important to know because made our schedule such that I, if necessary, could work every shift and wouldn't work.
Yeah, so you need a break.
Right. I don't work every shift. In fact, I don't even work shifts. I'm just here.
Yeah.
I
Hanging
have
out in the corner.
Fabulous staff.
You do.
Fabulous, fabulous staff. And so we're closed Monday and Tuesday. We open Wednesday through Saturday, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then Sunday earlier, 2 to 9.
I like that for the day drinking.
For the day drinking and Sunday afternoon activities.
Yeah.
Because, people have that Sunday night factor of like, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. Got to get the kids ready for school or whatever. So this way they can break out a little earlier. And we also call Sunday our Civic Sunday.
Okay.
Where, and it's going to continue on past the election.
Okay.
But right now we've been every Sunday writing postcards to get out the vote.
I love it.
Very pro-voting.
Vote.
Always vote. Vote in every election.
Every election. Everyone matters.
Everyone does matter.
All the way down the ballot.
Yes.
Do your research.
Yeah. So, and then we have other events like just random events, and we're hoping more on a set schedule. We have occasional live music. We have our neighbor Variety Jones over here in Cherrywood, who plays once a month. We call them porch sessions because our little front becomes a stage for music. And then tomorrow we're doing a Meet the Makers. So we're trying to get in these artists, these producers that we represent. So
I love it.
Dewar's Vodka, which is made in Smithville, just down the road. They're going to be here in November. Tomorrow is Susto Mezcal. So what I was saying,
your activities.
We are doing a Meet the Maker tomorrow with Susto Mezcal. And so they're going to be here. The ladies from Pro-Choice Majority are going to be here. And it's going to be a little like voting GTOV thing. Susto Mezcal is owned.
I love it.
So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So the Mezcal lady.
Okay, the
Mezcal ladies are going to be here.
Mezcal ladies are going to be here. And so your viewers might have a question as to how it is we have tequila or mezcal that comes in from Texas. Right.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So tequila, to be called tequila, has to be made
in a special place.
Yes, in Jalisco, and the mezcal has to be made in Mexico, or the other way around.
So these products need to actually come from Mexico.
Yes, they have to come from Mexico, and so what we do, like Tequila 512, Dolce Vita Tequila, they're owned here in Austin, but they have a mezcaleria or Susto has a mezcaleria in Oaxaca that they work with and that they are partners with.
Very cool.
So the business is based here.
Yeah.
Product has to come from Mexico. But now's my plug for Neanderthal Distilling.
Okay.
So Neanderthal Distilling, much to your surprise, is from Leander. I know. Who knew? Neanderthal Scott is awesome.
Yeah.
He's the guy behind Neanderthal, and he makes a Tex agave, blue agave spirit that is amazing and delicious and so smooth and very tequila-like. And so we love promoting them, and he makes such wonderful things, and so everyone needs to go visit him in Leander.
That's crazy, Leander.
Yeah,
that's
just
awesome.
up the road. Just up the road.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So we try to continue. We have ongoing events.
Yeah.
We've been doing this community barbecue thing.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
And so this month it's the second Sunday, and I think we're probably going to skip December and pick it back up in the January or maybe February, as long as the weather cooperates.
Awesome.
But this month, in October, we did an Oktoberfest.
Oh, fun.
And we featured Austin Beer Works, Montecore, Oktoberfest beer, and we had live music from Peter Wagner on the patio. He was amazing.
Fun.
And my husband sets up a tent and a grill and grills out front. So it is literally backyard grilling.
Like, what a man, what a man, what a man.
Oh yeah, he's Carl with a K. Just make sure you spell it right. Carl is super awesome. The 2 barbecues before that. So Carl's half Japanese,
Okay.
and he really wanted to make a yakitori grill, and so what he decided was he was going to make this yakitori grill out of fire brick from our friend Ryan McCurley, who is a ceramicist who has fire brick.
Very cool.
So he set that up, and he made. It wasn't really yakitori that he made. He made bao buns. It was like a whole Asian fusion thing.
Yeah.
They tasted amazing.
Yeah.
They took forever to make. Oh, no. There was a bit of an issue with that. There was long ticket times.
Everybody was hungry.
Wasn't the smoothest thing. We thought doing it a second time it would be smoother, and it was smoother, but not smooth enough.
Oh no.
However, when you're cooking bratwurst and tofurkey brats,
yeah,
piece of cake.
Yeah.
So that went over with flying colors. The next barbecue is November 13th, and that's with Dewar's Vodka.
Ooh.
And so it's going to be a Meet the Maker Dewar Vodka, and it's going to be El Salvadorian, Mexican themed kind of stuff. And so think of our masa cakes, which is Carl's recipe.
Those. Yeah, I love
his
the
whole
masa
thing.
cakes.
We're going to do pupusas, I think. We're working on it.
We'll see.
TBD.
Okay.
Yeah. But so that's November 13th. And then, this Saturday we are doing pumpkin carving.
Oh, fun.
And I'm going to say not for kids because knives and alcohol and pumpkins don't go
Not
together.
so much.
Not so much.
Yeah.
And they're not so much scary pumpkins, but get out the vote pumpkins.
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't want to carve Beto into a pumpkin?
Please. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or vote or something.
Anything.
So we're going to be I'm going to be going to the Beto rally on Saturday and then following up with pumpkin carving. And I'm working on getting Babes in Wonderland. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
We're talking early November. They're going to pull their bus up and do a show. I hope. Please, guys, please. So
I don't have the biggest social media pull.
Well, that's all right. But I mean, we just like to do fun things.
Yeah.
So the whole concept of Bobo Snack Bar it's an extension of my living room. My house is 400 steps around the corner. We used to have huge house parties because my birthday's in summer and Carl's birthday's at Christmas. And so we would have these huge house parties twice a year, and it was a blast. And this was what made me think that I could open Snack Bar on South Congress. It's like, oh yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, you can.
But this is that. This is the house party, the ongoing house party. And on that note, we make a great house party for other people.
Yeah.
So you want to have a get together at your place, but don't feel like tidying up. You just have it here.
It's a great idea.
You just have it here.
Yeah.
We had some fabulous holiday parties last year. Barrett's Coffee, which is, we don't do a lot of coffee service, but we do get Bub's Seltzer and Bub's syrups, which is made by Barrett's Coffee. And they had their Halloween party here, and it was
their Halloween party.
Halloween. Their Christmas party. Their holiday party. Holiday. Begins with an H. Anyway, they had their holiday party here, and it was so much fun.
Oh, wow.
They had 2 tattoo artists here.
What?
They had a tarot card reader. It was so much fun. Yeah. And then we had another party that they brought in this DJ Mixer Rogers, who's all about town. He was here. We've had some cool parties. And we've had our own house dance parties with our DJ, Baby Bok Choi.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's an ongoing thing. We just use the excuse of eating and drinking to make it a reason to hang out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
I'm grateful that you ended up over here.
Well, it wouldn't have happened had it not been here. I mean, it's both ventures, very site specific.
Yeah.
I mean, having lived around
Proximity.
the corner for as long as we have, I would walk by this place and say, that would make a really cute little bar.
Absolutely.
And when the for lease sign went up, I was imagining a drive-through Starbucks, and I'm like, well, I've got to ask about it. If I don't ask,
want a drive-through Starbucks.
I will be resentful that I never asked.
Yeah.
I will be, or regretful that I never asked. And so I did, and here we are. So it's all full circle. And we've set the leases such that, and our landlord is also spectacular, by the way. He's the guy who owned the car dealership. He moved over off East MLK.
Love it.
Great guy. But we have a great lease. We have 3 5-year leases.
Great.
And we're not gonna be booted from
Thank
here.
goodness.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, this is the long haul.
Good.
You're going to see Carl and I riding our trikes over here.
Yeah.
Our electric trikes. It's going to be great.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me.
Thank you.
And we'll be over here more often.
I'm going to share with you.
Yes. And we're going to get all the neighbors over here.
And it's quiet inside, sort of, because everyone is outside because it's absolutely beautiful right now.
Gorgeous. Yes.
Can I say the date? What is today?
Yeah.
Today is October 19th. Yeah. And it is beautiful in Austin, Texas
I know.
today.
Mark it on your calendars.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bethany.
Thank you very much, Kathy. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Bye.